This is Transformers Reveal the Shield Solar Storm Grapple. The figure is part of the first wave of the Voyager class series for Reveal the Shield. And just like I've mentioned in my other Reveal the Shield videos, this figure comes with a sticker that when you rub will reveal the faction, whether he's an Autobot or a Decepticon. Now, some of you have messaged me or commented on some of my videos that this is a pretty lame gimmick. It's a thermal piece of sticker that when it gets warm, you can actually lighten up the sticker, the symbol, that's the insignia that's been embedded within that black sheet. It's pretty cold right now in Manila. It's the start of January. We have a cold front sweeping over the country, and that's why I can do the gimmick. But it's pretty lame for some of you who already know if he's an Autobot or a Decepticon. I mean, why not? It's really for those of us who lived back in the 80s. I grew up with Transformers, the G1 Transformers that had those stickers. They were all shaped. They were actually bigger than they're not as outlined as this one. They were like square-shaped stickers that had the black the black insignia outline, and then you would rub them, and then find out if he was a Decepticon or not. That was a gimmick back in the 80s, but they're trying to revive that, and I think it's very nice. I think it's brilliant on the part of Hasbro to really come up with that kind of gimmick, just to draw back a lot of the G1 collectors into getting the more updated versions of each character. So anyway. This figure is not a direct repaint. It is, however, a redeco of a previously released mold of a very familiar character as well. This one is Grapple. He's on the show. He also had a sort of like Sideswipe and Sunstreaker type of characters. The original Transformers universe, originally released as Transformers Universe Inferno. Now, this mold was pretty good, and I was very, very pleased. I was very excited, actually, that they were going to come up with a Grapple version, which really could save a lot of kit bashing and really, any more customizing. But I'm sure a lot of customizers have already done good jobs with this mold and turning it into a Grapple, but I'm not a good customizer. I don't even know how to do one, so I'm very happy to actually get a Grapple figure. My wife was not pleased at all with this figure. She thought it was not worth the price I paid for it. She thought, she doesn't like repaints, and the way this figure looks, it's compared to the other figures we've bought, it's not as good as the other Voyagers. It may not be the best Voyager, but again, as I said in the beginning, the nostalgia factor that these figures actually bring is really what you buy with these figures. So anyway, there are some updates on the previous mold. For the obvious change is really from the water cannon. They've done it into a crane, an extendable crane arm with actually I think it's a working hook. You can just hang stuff on it, but it does swivel, and this thing extends, which I'll show later in alt mode. They've also changed the head sculpt, which is nice. I'm not entirely sure if that's the G1 Grapple, but it's very much different from the Inferno head mold. It still retains the light piping, but they've sort of painted. You can't. Yeah, there you go. They painted blue or purple, deep purple, onto the white plastic. I don't understand why they couldn't have just used blue plastic. Maybe they were scrimping because they already just used clear plastic on this. Excuse me. Oops. They've already used clear plastic on the figure. They didn't want to use another clear plastic because this one is just brilliant. Look at that. The clear blue plastic that they use is just nice. So I don't know. Also, one thing I could not understand, I've seen some of the other figures in packaging. I had a chance to choose which figure I wanted to get, but they did such a wonderful job with the silver application on the clear plastic right here, and they could not replicate it on Grapple for some reason. The other figures were also MISB, had the same problem. The silver was just fading and wasn't a good job painting it over. I'm not sure why, because they did such a good job on the side view mirror, but I don't understand why they couldn't do a good job there. Okay. The other thing they did that I wasn't pleased was really these black stripes right here. I don't know if you can see it. Excuse me. Hold on. Yeah, well, let me just bring it closer. Well, maybe this one I think is better. It's shoddily done. I mean, if you can see it, it's not even aligned properly. There's some. It's not a whole bar. I mean, I've checked the others. It's really a flaw in the paint application of that. It's okay. I'm sure you can easily fix that. This one, I'm not so sure how you're gonna fix it. There's like, you can see that it's made of translucent plastic, whereas with Inferno, as you can see, it's really just very dark silver. I mean, very opaque silver that they've put on that, and I don't understand why they couldn't do it here, because they did it very well with the feet. I meant this one with the other piece of plastic. Not entirely sure why they couldn't do it there. Okay, the other thing you will notice are the toes, which let me show you. He's got shorter toes. Also the fists, they've also been remolded. This one is let me see that. That one's an open fist, and Inferno has a closed fist. Also, the forearm is rounded off compared to the squarish, angular forearms that Inferno has. And lastly, I wanted to show this off. I'm not sure if everyone's noticed that the forearm, where in this panel, when it converts into alt mode, is a lot different from the Inferno panel, which is nice actually. So it's Hasbro's attempt at really trying to differentiate this repaint, these repaints from one another, and redecos, and I really like that effort. So kudos to the Hasbro team for that. Between the two, any will do, really. It's a tough call for me. I like Inferno, but I really like what Hasbro has done with this mold, with Grapple, so it's a toss-up, really, for me, whether you like one or the other. I think if you're a big fan of one character over the other, you should choose that character. If you're just collecting, for the sake of collecting one of these molds, you just need one of the molds, I would suggest you take Grapple, because the amount of plastic he has on is significantly a lot more than what they gave on Inferno. So, that having said, he still retains the same articulation as Inferno. A little bit of mold degradation, I would presume. Some loose joints here and there. These bicep joints, swivel joints, they pop off easily when you're trying to pose them. He's got some loose swivel joints here and there, but that's fine. It's nothing you can't live with. It's not anything to worry about, really. You can live with it. So that is Grapple. Very nice. The color is a little bit bordering on tangerine, but it's not caterpillar yellow. I don't think so. It's a little bit darker than that. So, okay, let's transform him. Fold up the bumper. I'm going to go ahead and unfold this section. Rotate this and lock it in place, because it pops with the push of this light bulb or siren. Okay, then what you want to do is, you want to go ahead and flip these things up like that. Fold out the panels right here. Go ahead and rotate them front. You want to go ahead and fold the arms back. Oh, okay. Fold out these panels. Okay. Rotate the crane this way, and we're just gonna leave it like that. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna put. Okay, we're gonna put them here, and then we're gonna collapse this entire wing section, or wing panels, whatever you want to call it. like so, like that. Oh, okay, I thought I broke something. Okay, go ahead and tab them together, and that's half of the truck. Then what you're going to do is rotate at the hip, like that. Go ahead and join the legs together. Oh, come on. Okay. Go ahead and fold his toes up. Actually, you know, I forgot to mention the ankle joints on this one are a lot looser because I can get them out further out than Inferno. There is a peg on his. There's a peg hole on his, I guess, his ass, which will link there over there. It's a shallow peg hole, so you just go ahead and do that. Hold on. Take some force, but you should be able to do it. I was able to do it a while back. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Okay. Then, okay, go ahead and unfold these wheels. You should roll flat. If it doesn't roll flat, then you're doing something wrong. Okay, we'll do these later. We'll do this last. We'll do these doors last. Okay. You just go ahead and tab. These are unique tabs. I mean, they're like dovetail tabs that just clip on like that, and then fold the doors inward. And there is Reveal the Shield Voyager grapple in his crane alt mode. As I said, the actual crane arm is very articulated. It does extend very long. Very nice. I suppose you can hoist a few things here and there with that. So very nice, very cool. It doesn't lock into place or anything. There are no tabs or notches here and there to keep it in place. And as you can see, I'm rotating it on this joint when in fact he should be able to rotate on this other joint, like so, and go up and down like that. But I haven't found a way to actually lock it in place. So I don't know. It could work either way. So there it is. Very nice, very cool looking figure. I mean, it's a nice mold to begin with. I like it. As you can see, the warm lights have really revealed the shield on Grapple. So there you go. I hope this video has been somewhat helpful, albeit very long. I do apologize. I talk too much. But it's a nice figure. If you have a kid who wants this figure, you might want to study how to transform it before giving it to him. If you're just a plain collector, it's a nice update on the Grapple figure. If you have the G1 Grapple, this is a very nice update. And really, really, I very, excuse me, my Porky Pig impression. It's very difficult for me to call this a repaint because of just the amount of changes they've done, and really a good redeco of the mold. There you go. Transformers, Voyager class, Solar Storm. Very weird name for Grapple, but they call him Solar Storm. Solar Storm Grapple. Thanks for watching.